Chris, who is, at least today, well, let me ask you this. Let me stay on the 49ers real quick. You mentioned that about Purdy, and I was talking with somebody about that yesterday is, we've yet to see what he'll make and what a value to have him under that rookie contract right now. But Christian McCaffrey, how much gas in the tank does he have left?
Oh, I think he's still got a good bit. Now, obviously shelf life for running backs, or we're not talking like with the offer quarterbacks, of course, but he is maybe the most complete back in the league, I think, right now, because he runs with a great deal of power that people don't seem to think that he has. Oh, I think he's fine. It's just you hope that he stays healthy long term, but I think he's got quite a bit of tread left on his tire.
Is it still the AFC is the more, I guess you could say, rigorous road? I mean, when you're talking about Buffalo, Cincinnati, Baltimore, you look at Miami, you look at maybe the emergence, so we'll see what Jim Harbaugh does with the Chargers versus the NFC. I mean, we could see maybe the Packers make another step up. We'll see what happens with the Cowboys. Can the Lions maintain? But is the AFC still weighted, at least in your mind, the heaviest of the two leagues? Right
now, yes. But again, 3 months, 6 months from now, how good can the Packers get? What will the Bears do? That's a pretty decent roster. There may be a year away from becoming a factor in that division with the Lions. We'll see what Seattle can do. And I mean, we've got some teams in the NFC that right now are not very good, but it's a league that you can get better pretty quickly, particularly if you find your quarterback. If you can find your C.J. Stroud, if you're an NFC team, all of a sudden you're pretty good. I mean, if you're Washington and you can find that guy, all of a sudden we're talking about in a year or two changing it. But yeah, I would say right now, Harbaugh, the Chargers make a lot of sense, but how good are they going to be this year? They're in major cap problem. So the roster that they have is going to be hard to keep together. So let's see how well they hit on the draft. We'll determine how good they can be. You want to talk to me in 2 or 3 years? I tell you that I think the Chargers are going to be pretty good in a couple of years. I think they'll be good and competitive this year. I just don't know that they're going to be the contender this year that they will be in a couple of years. So there's a lot of unknown, I guess, is what I'm saying. The Bengals are, with Joe Burrow, absolutely got a chance, but he's got to stay healthy. And if he's not healthy, we can talk about it all we want. That's going to be a pretty low ceiling every year if he's out for, half a dozen games, and particularly at the end of the year, they don't have much of a chance without it.
Chris Landry, make sure to find him on X at Landry Football, also LandryFootball.com. Chris, I appreciate your time. I'm going to get with you next week. I've got some questions in college football with Chip Kelly and some other moving parts as well. And, of course, as we head towards the NFL draft, I really do appreciate your time.
You bet. Take care. Enjoyed it. Talk to you next week.